Hello guys, good evening. I'm going to do the market close update. As you can see on the 4 hour, we have actually broken down from the support of the trend line and we are now in the previous range. This is at least on the 4 hour a sign of weakness. The price action, we can say that has been holding the previous low. It hasn't managed yet to break below the 94.7, and at the moment we are seeing that is regaining the candle close above the support of 96.2, and we will have to see how far it can get, given that now is rallying against resistance. If it's not the initial line of resistance right there, it could rally now into 50.51, and potentially it might want to go for putting a lower low in the next coming hours. That is at least what the 4 hour RSI is telling us that is more likely after this breakdown. Let's go into the daily and let's see how things are going. I think the daily is pretty boring because it's just going sideways, although it's starting to expand the size of the bodies of the candles, but nothing really comparable to what we had before. This is still part of a ranging movement on the daily, and it's probably just trapping more liquidity to get some additional volatility for the rest of the week. That's for sure, with a range possibly to the top of the range, maybe to the bottom of the range, and those two are in play at the moment. Let's see what we can find on my high block capital account. And after we saw all this mild ask liquidity that was acting as resistance in all this rolling over, and finally a double top around the 98, the one that we were talking in the morning, then finally that got a rejection and it went back into 94.8. And one thing that is very interesting is that the longs step in immediately at the same level, but this time the bidding is a little bit less. And so we will have to see now if we can repeat the sideways movement of it that we had around the 96 to potentially go back to the highs, or if that RSI 4 hour that we were seeing earlier is actually going to act as resistance. The RSI 4 hour sometimes can be a bit tricky when we see events like this and you re-enter the previous range, but then something changes in the news and you still continue with an uptrend. That is still possible. I know, guys, I know you probably hate me saying that there is still a chance to go higher. I still think so, and probably now it has reduced. Maybe we had a chance of 80% when we were breaking out and holding the trend line, and that 80% has maybe reduced to 60, but not much less than that, in my opinion. If tomorrow we see the market reacting negatively, the general markets, to the news of the inflation, this can go in any direction. But from the point of view of technicals and liquidity, I still see the upside as something more attractive. All right, guys, I hope you appreciate the update. Not much price action really for the rest of the day. If you do appreciate it, hit the like and write down a comment down below, and I'll see you tomorrow early morning with